Hello, this is Friendly Cat, and today we'll be playing what I think may be my favorite country in this whole game, Ethiopia. So when I started this channel with, we'll be playing on Iron Man, non-historical focuses, and we'll be doing the Red Sea. I've seen some comments about folks saying that they are having challenges with it, with the most recent update, so we've done this before, but we'll do it again. First thing first, let's go ahead and delete all of our non-Chittit Safari divisions. That's right, bye-bye. And then we will replace new. Chittit Safari has the highest soft attack per IC of any division, I think, in the game, on par with support artillery. So that's what we'll be using today, and setting reinforcements to ensure they come out quickly. I do have a HOI4 fundamentals playlist. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go take a look at it. It has a great deal of information about divisions, and research and political power usage, which I won't necessarily go into for all of my runs. So please feel free to take a look at that. All right, our overall setup, it's pretty straightforward. We want to stay out of that northern air zone so we don't get cast. We also want to defend our victory points, and here it is, 15 days into the game, we can start deploying those fully strength Chittit Safari, or most of them anyway. So let's go ahead and drop them into the different spots. I don't think we can drop them into combat, not that I know of. Maybe we can, but drop it nearby and then move them in. Easy. Now, we want to make sure we complete that first focus prior to taking that first level so we get the chance of the +1 attack. After that, let's go and pick up our third research slot. We're also going to increase the power of the mechawanet. In other words, we want to move it, the balance of power mechanic, to the right because we'll need it to eventually increase our recruitable pop. When you get events like this, always take the ones that say go to the right. I can't think of a situation where I'd take it otherwise. Even if it's a free mill, always move it to the balance of power to the right. That's really where we need to go. And as we continue to move along, let's take a look at, Germany's gone into civil war. Okay, that's okay. We really want Germany to go fascist so they can mess with the UK. We have to take part of the UK's land for this achievement. Anyway, our losses look something like this: 10-1. No problem. All green bubbles. We have no problem holding. I'm not shifting divisions around too much. It's really not necessary. We have so much damage, and we're set up so well. Chittit Safari are just so powerful, and we're out of those northern zones, so we don't really have much to worry about. Japan's also gone non-aligned, or not non-aligned, non-historical. That's really unfortunate. I was really looking for countries that will cause trouble with the UK, but so be it. We'll live with us in historical. With the 150, let's go pick up the Army Maneuver Genius. Very nice. And we get to keep this after we go historical, communist. As with our third research slot complete, let's head all the way down to start military communism, to start proceeding toward becoming communist. And while after that completes, let's go ahead and expand the Mayhel Safari. We really need to take this. By mid-37, we really need to have this taken care of. So if you haven't done that, make sure. When that completes, on to anti-imperialist agitation and start moving up our population. Onwards to In the Name of the People, which will cause us to become communist, and we will lose 2 generals, so be careful which ones you choose. Top option's pretty straightforward. We don't want to lose any base stability. Onwards to A Call to the World, which will move BOP to the left 10. Let's start justifying on the United States so we can spike world tension, so we can start Lend-Lease. And it'll take us a while till we get the world tension up, so let's just start now. The first encirclement, this is actually kind of an unusually juicy one. You may not get one that's this large, but when you start to see these openings toward middle 1937, go ahead and take it. There's no rush. Really, there's no hurry to make this happen. You've got nowhere to go for years, so just move it through in a convenient time for yourself. And then run away, run out of the northern Eurozone. We do not want to be fighting in there. We will get cast down, and that's unnecessary losses. So just run away, and continue to move along. We also want to take scavenging tactics. I'm taking this late because we'll lose 2 generals when we go communist, and I don't want that scavenger active trait to be assigned to one of those generals. Bummer for me, my super general did not get scavenger. That's okay. And neither did my field. None of the ones I'd already committed command points to. That's okay. I'm not worried about it too much. It's a randomness, and we can live with it. If we got it, it'd be really good because it does stack with the field marshal. On to Rise from the Ranks. We also take this after scavenger because this gives us 2 more generals. Another little encirclement. Take bites out of them. They leave a if they leave a division in Alsa, do the encirclement and then just knock it out. be mindful, we need to get to service by requirement. Really, by 1938, we need to have started that achievement, excuse me, that manpower upgrade. So I've been monitoring it very closely. Another nice little encirclement. It may not seem like you need the manpower right now because you don't have it, but it takes a long time to tick up to that whole 10%. So that's why I'm so focused on it for this run. And this encirclement is just very satisfying. Ethiopia is so powerful, and we're just really getting started. So onwards to our next focus will, I think, actually be the new administration. Very cool. I think this is the only type of focus in the game. It's a random lottery roll. You get 2 new random advisors, at least that I can think of, but they're also the only advisors you have that can give plus to communism, so we kind of want to take it if we ever want to raise our stability. With that first port, we're nearly done here. Yeah, never keep pushing. We're definitely not done with Italians yet. We want to take everything, and it's not going to take too much longer because the encirclements will weaken Italy. We'll move along. This time they left the port empty, but again, it's near the end of 37 and we've taken so many. All right, here are the random draws. I got the political power guy, super cool, or lady, I can't tell, and then a war support. That's not too bad. You can get a stability, you can get recruitable pop, you can get all sorts of things. Humanitarian aid will give us the political power to eventually select one of those political advisors. And now on to the Second Italian-Ethiopian War. Totally useless for actually fighting this civil war, not civil war, this war with Italy, but we want some of the upgrades later on. There are one very powerful 35-day, and then later on we get some war support and more division defense. So we want to complete that before our war with Italy is over. If they land, if you're on historical, I would probably leave them alone and let Italy live. In other words, guard your shorelines, because we want them to be able to fight Great Britain later. But because I'm an ahistorical, I'm just going to wipe them out. This is a very odd historical game. UK has not chosen either steady as she goes or change course in mid-1938. And France has not chosen either. I don't know what's going on with the game AI. They aren't choosing their political paths. And then to make things even more monstrous, poor Germany, who we really want to start some wars, unfortunately, their civil war took too long, I think, and they couldn't proceed down to the next path when they had the correct non-aligned party pop. So they're stuck in like a dead zone, so to speak. I shouldn't say dead zone, in a messed up zone forever, and they will never move on. All right, this is our assault divisions. Normally I will put medium tanks, but for this game, pretty much this is the assault division we're using. Extraordinarily powerful. In general they're powerful, but for Ethiopia they're monstrous. So let's just keep moving along, and we will take peace negotiations eventually as we're getting ready to attack the UK. And whether they agree to the ceasefire or not, I don't care. But we need it to proceed on to get our 4th tech slot. So let's take it and time it so that we can move on to a guiding hand. We want this to end before we start the war with the UK. I don't know why it says this is too risky. We're not giving Somalia or Eritrea any other land. All right, so we've justified it on Saudi Arabia. It's a long time, but we'll declare we are fighting a full force UK. They're not war with anyone. They're so much more powerful than they are. It doesn't matter. We will just shred them. The UK bonuses to attack are so nice. So if you blink, you really will miss these battles. It's hard to really show every second, but we're just going to rip through and head towards supply depots. We're going to knock them right off the mountain. Our breakthrough is so high, even with these non-tank divisions, that we actually do quite well even into the mountains. Pop. Again, that encirclement happens so fast, I'd have to like slow it down to make it work faster. And I'm going to motorize up those supply hubs, and they're on a river, so we get them as soon as we capture them. Super cool. We don't have to wait for the 10 days, and we were just running. We can use 6 with 3-bat calves because they are actually faster than our infantry. Even our infantry, including the Chinchit Safari, are so nice. Go ahead and run them ahead, and once they run into enemies, go ahead and stop. Oh, look at that. That's the only UK soldier I can think of that actually stood its ground and hold. So you get your own highlight reel, buddy. Good job. Once we make our way into Alexandria, the run is effectively done. We've now sealed off the UK, and now it's just a matter of doing cleanup until we finish up our Red Sea. Anyways, on to our 5th slot here. We'll get our 4th slot here in 1939. Our communist Ethiopia does get that extra slot. On to Saudi Arabia. As you may have seen, we actually kicked this war off by justified on Saudi Arabia, so the UK would guarantee them. So let's just move on through. Germany under attack. Oh no, who attacked you? Oh, Japan. Japan attacked China, and Germany had guaranteed China, and so had the UK, so you can know where this is going. So Germany will actually join in the Allies. Ooh, that's kind of unfortunate. This is not really the kind of the kind of run we want to see. And somehow France got into the Allies. I'm not even sure. So it's France and Germany and the UK all fighting together, and they're not fighting anybody really but us and Japan to the extent. All right, and we want to take this port. A good tip if you're attacking a port, cycle in divisions, and even if they can't knock that division out, just drain its org so it can't regenerate or regain org. And this is a complete overkill for what we need, but I'm not going to mess around. I don't want any chance of any United States or German or any other divisions. And I was looking at South Africa when this actually finished, so I don't have a clip of it. But that's it. That's the run. Pretty straightforward. Really not that much different than before. Ethiopia very much is a test of your knowledge of land combat. If you are very familiar with land combat and comfortable with it, this is a relatively, not an easy one, but pretty straightforward. But if you're challenged, if you don't know how soft attack and IC work, if you don't know how to move troops around, that's going to be challenging. And there's Mexico. Mexico went to war with the United States. The other ones kind of drug the United States into the Allies. So it was kind of a mess. We haven't even reached our full form. We've got another 10% division defense there, another 10% there, and then I think another 10%, or basically 7.5 for my assault divisions there. So that's 27% for assault divisions on more breakthrough, which is pretty good. And if that's not done, I've got another 10% speed on top of another 10% speed, so it's 20%, and then some factory output, whatever. And then war support. And then if that wasn't enough, we get another 10% division defense at the bottom. So Ethiopia has not even close to reached its final form, its final strength, but it's amazing. I really enjoy playing Ethiopia, and I won't hesitate to play it again. I hope if you are thinking of doing Red Sea and maybe you're deterred by some of the other videos or guides you've seen that make it seem like it's really hard, it is kind of challenging, but it's also a whole lot of fun. And I hope you have a chance to play it, and I hope this helps you. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions on things you'd like to see, please feel free to leave in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.